Stan. I'm a flight attendant and volunteer for AFA CWA Council 11, the Association of Flight Attendants, Communication Workers of America, and we are conducting informational picketing. We are sick and tired. It's been more than 3 years since we have not had our contract amended. So we're under the Railway Labor Act, and we would like to be released so we can strike.
And why are they, the United Airlines, refusing to negotiate and give you what you need? They're making big profits?
Exactly. They're dragging their feet deliberately. Each day that we don't have an amended contract, they profit off of that. And they're making record profits as we speak. And still they want us to give concessions. They want us to give up a lot of things. And
what kind of things do they want you to give up?
Oh, a new kind of scheduling bidding system that is...
You work a lot of hours, are unpaid. You're at work, yes, and you're not getting paid. Why don't you talk about that?
Okay, so our full pay starts when we roll back, when the wheels push back. Not until then. So if there's any delays, we get a very minimal amount for staying with the passengers, but it's like the most important part of the flight, boarding and making sure everybody's secure for pushback, and we're not paid the right amount for that. We've gone all these years and they've gotten free labor out of us.
I understand some other airlines have already agreed to pay flight attendants while they're not on the plane.
Some have settled, some have contracts that include that, and they have retro and all of that. United keeps on using the word industry leading, but where is it?
And there's a lot of frustration, the stress of airline workers. Is that kind of what's going on because of the conditions?
Absolutely, yes. There's no reason why we should have concessions put upon us. We've already given back during the times when they were bankrupt. We gave blood at the bank. We helped this airline survive. We saw them through COVID. Now it's payback time. If they really value us, like they say they do, then we need an industry-leading contract.
In the last government shutdown, the air traffic controllers weren't paid. There was a problem of safety in the air. Do you think that that's going to be a problem if the government shuts down again?
I can't say, but I don't like that. I don't like the idea that we are not fully staffed at the air traffic control.
It's dangerous enough as it is.
Exactly.
My name is Maurice McDonald. I'm a chief steward for the Teamsters at United Airlines. The flight attendants in the picket, absolutely we are.
And you're fighting for a contract too? Are you in the same situation?
Yes, we're fighting for a contract, with contract negotiations as we speak.
And the union leader said that they're making record profits. Why can't they come up with money for the workers?
Well, it just all comes down to greed, corporate greed, and we're trying to get rid of some of that corporate greed and spread that wealth out to make record profits. We're deserving of it as well. We're the people that's there getting the work done and keeping these planes flying and keeping the customers coming back and wanting to be a part of United, but at the same time, on the inside, corporate greed is tearing us apart.
And I mean, the issue of health and safety, I mean, for the airlines is important. There are problems with health and safety. Why don't they want to treat the employers properly so that they can have the best employees? I mean, just being a mechanic under these circumstances seems to be stressful enough.
Yes, it is, but safety is always on the forefront of every mechanic, and health and safety is also on the forefront of the flight attendants, and we pride ourselves in that. And with a good contract, you'll have a good attitude to go along with that.
And the Railroad Labor Act, what do you think about that? Because they've been complaining that 3 years without a contract, I mean, they're pretty frustrated.
The Railway Labor Act hampers us in a lot of ways. It takes away some of our ability to bargain for a fair contract a little bit faster. It makes things be prolonged when they don't have to be.
Elon Musk now says that the government should be shut down. Are you concerned about safety? Because in the last shutdown, the air traffic controllers weren't being paid. There was a lot of frustration and increasing dangers in the airline industry. You need the people there to take care of things.
Absolutely. Safety is always a concern. You need the people the right people for the job. You can't have management people just step in and take over these jobs. These people that do these jobs every day are the people that need to be there doing those jobs.
And if the shutdown does take place, the last time there was a shutdown, Sarah Nelson, the president of the airline flight attendants, said that they should open it up and there would be a general strike. You think that that's likely to happen now? Because it seems like the government now, or the new administration, say that they're going to close down until they get what they want.
We'll have to wait and see. I can't answer on that. We'll have to wait and see.
And Teamsters around the country are supporting this action by the flight attendants?
Absolutely.
So is there more unity and solidarity growing in the airline industry?
Yes. Unity is getting stronger and stronger.
We're out here to support the flight attendants in their quest for a good contract.
And United is making big profits. Why won't they agree to a contract with the flight?
I do not know. The pilots got their contract a couple years ago, so the delay that's happening right now with the company is inexcusable.
And if the flight attendants go out, will you be supporting them?
I will not cross the picket line.
My name is Christy Rivera. I'm the local president for the Association of Flight Attendants, CWA, in San Francisco, representing United Airlines flight attendants.
And you said at the rally that they're making record profits. They even have stock buybacks. What does that mean to workers, that this company apparently has got money for stock buybacks, but the workers are homeless or in a very bad situation?
Of course, flight attendants are the face of this airline. We spend the most time with our passengers. The public's traveling space is actually our workspace. United Airlines has posted record profits in the last year or so, and on December 1st, United Airlines made the most money in a single day in their entire history as an airline. Yet at the negotiations table, we're still seeing contract concessions like longer days at work with fewer and shorter rest periods. We're also seeing the requirement to pay more for health care and also have to work more hours just to even qualify for health care. It's absolutely unconscionable that flight attendants can earn more at a fast food restaurant in San Francisco than they can as a first-year United Airlines flight attendant with a full-time job.
How does the Railway Labor Act affect your negotiations? It seems you've been trying for 3 years to get a contract.
So the Railway Labor Act provides that we have to continue to work under our contract, even when it doesn't expire, it just becomes amendable. So the corporations have found ways.
They love it, apparently.
They love it because they found ways to delay being able to negotiate. We've been in negotiations for 3 years. So for the last 3 years of profitable years at United, they've been pocketing this money, and yet they're asking for concessions from our work group. We are not asking for anything other than the industry-leading contract that they have promised flight attendants that they will deliver. So we're asking United management, where's our contract?
And there are a lot of mechanics out here and some pilots. Is there unity among United Airlines workers?
Absolutely. We see support not only from our colleagues on the aircraft with our ALPA represented United pilots. We have support from our Teamsters brothers and sisters. We have support from IAM. We have broader community support with Senator Becker's office, a lot of the community leaders in San Mateo. This is a no-brainer. If you negotiate, you come to an agreement, come to the table with something that's reasonable. You can't cry poor at the bargaining table when your spreadsheets show something different.
And there was a shutdown several years ago, and Sarah Nelson was angry. Air traffic controllers were not being paid. There was a health and safety issue. Are you concerned today on the likelihood there will be another shutdown tonight at 12 o'clock and what it means for safety in the air and the conditions of airline workers and air traffic control?
So flight attendants are aviation's first responders, so safety is always a point of mind for us. Our international president, Sarah Nelson, has been very vocal about having to make sure that we are positioning ourselves as a union and as a broader labor movement to make sure that safety of passengers is forefront. It is United's first priority, is safety. So let's see it.
And the issue of the billionaires, Elon Musk, who is a union buster, was involved in breaking the UAW organizing effort at Fremont. It seems like he has the ear and he's kind of directing the government now. Are you concerned about the kind of attacks they're going to make on labor as a whole, the right to organize, public workers, all kinds of workers facing real dangers?
Well, let me be clear. United Airlines has been union busting our union since the moment we started negotiations. There is absolutely no question about that. So we are always looking at what union busting activities our company as well as corporations across the country are doing for flight attendants and workers across different sectors. However, knowing what union busting tactics look like make it really easy to not only see what they are, but to call it out, and that's what we're doing today. We're calling out the union busting at United Airlines. We're calling them to the table to say, you're making money, come to the table, show us a contract.
And what can people do who want to support your effort so that you do get a contract with living wages?
So absolutely, we are so excited to have our traveling public become our allies because we spend the time with you. We want you to have an awesome experience. We love our jobs. We are flight attendants because we are passionate about what we do, and we're passionate about being flight attendants for United Airlines. However, when we don't have a contract to work under, where flight attendants are living in poverty wages, we appreciate the support, and anyone can go to contract2021.org, and there is how you can help support us, and you can always sign on to letters to Congress. Right now, we're hoping that we'll have some news later today that Senator Sanders will be presenting a Dear Colleague letter asking Scott Kirby to come to the negotiations table and demand no more delays.
Do you think it should be legal to buy back stock when your workers don't even have living wages?
Union busting is absolutely at play here. We all know that stock buybacks, this is a way of breaking down flight attendants, breaking them down because United Airlines is about control, and they want to show that they have control, but we counter that control with actions like this today to show that we're speaking with one voice, we are speaking in solidarity, and we will get to our contract, and if you don't pay us today, you're going to pay us more tomorrow.